If you're a new investor and the stock market scares you, this video is for you. This wheel has 12 asset classes, each with a different risk and reward profile, plus 2 wild cards. In the last episode, I completed a 30-day challenge and found over $1,000 without touching my savings, and I linked that episode below. Today, the wheel will decide where I invest it. So, as you watch, I want you to think about where you would put your first $1,000. The purpose of this entire series is to reveal the actual decision making that goes into long-term investing, the analysis, the strategy, and the discipline required to build lasting wealth. Throughout this series, I'm holding myself accountable to find money, make real investment decisions, and show every step publicly so you can see how small, beginner-friendly actions compound into real wealth over time. Now let's talk about the wheel for a second, because the wheel actually tests risk versus reward. A lot of people fear the stock market because they don't know what could happen. This wheel is a demonstration of uncertainty, but having a strategy and understanding how the stock market works can remove that fear. This is where things get interesting. The wheel makes the decision, but I will decide on the strategy. So let's spin the risk versus reward wheel and see where it lands. And it landed on large cap value. Now let's weigh the risk versus rewards. But first, for anyone who's new to the stock market, large cap value is an asset category separated into big groups. And securities are the actual investment inside those groups, like ETFs, mutual funds, or individual stocks. Large cap means a company with a large market capitalization, usually 10 billion or more. Some examples are Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. Many of these big companies pay a dividend or focus on growth. And large cap value refers to well-known companies that the market currently sees as undervalued or less exciting. This is the approach that Warren Buffett is known for, analyzing profits, cash flow, balance sheet strength, and long-term business quality. And it's where my corporate finance background comes into play when deciding whether a company truly passes the value test. So now that we know what large cap value means, let's talk about the risk versus rewards of investing in it. The risk for this category is moderate, which means it's less volatile than growth stock, but still exposed to market downturns. And it can underperform during tech-driven bull markets. The rewards for this category is also moderate, which means it's great for long-term returns. Dividend income can cushion market swings, and historically it holds up better in uncertain markets. And as far as risk goes, this sits right in the middle. Lower risk assets trade growth for stability, while higher risk assets trade stability for potential upside. I also wanted to break down any myths of what large cap value isn't. It's not chasing the fastest growth, and it's not about exciting headlines, and it's definitely not about getting rich quickly. This is why financial planners often use a large cap value as a foundation. It's designed to help you stay invested, not jump in and out. So now that the wheel has decided which asset to invest in, it's my job to research and choose a smart, intentional option inside that category. This is actually how many financial planners build portfolios. They start with categories based on risk tolerance and choose investments inside them. And I want to be really clear about something. My risk tolerance is higher than many others. So what I choose in this series might look different than what you would choose, and that's okay. This series isn't about copying my investments. It's about learning how different strategies work. So in the next episode, I'm going to research several large cap value options, including index funds, and decide the exact fund or stock to invest in and why it makes sense for this stage of the journey. So if you want to see what happens next, subscribe below. And if you're new here, check out Chapter 1, Episode 1 to follow the journey from the start. See you next week.